Ben Lowers, Scotland. Yeah, we're in Scotland again, and we are in the Ben Lowers region. The Lowers is just down here, and that's where I've parked, but that won't me plan A parking. I'll tell you a bit about that later on, because I've had a bit of a nightmare. The plan A parking did not go to plan. So yeah, looking beautiful. Get that for a view. We're in the Ben Lowers, or Lowers. I apologise before we go any further for my mispronunciations. Is it Ben Lowers or Lowers? I'm going to go with Lowers. Ben Lowers region. And we're going up to do the Ben Lowers horseshoe. Or what would have been horseshoe. Because we're going to come from Invervar side. Like I say, I'll go into that a little bit later on when we're at camp tonight. But yeah, we're going up onto the tops. We're doing what would have been an 18-19 mile circular route, taking in 7 Munros I think it is, and we're doing it 2 nights. We're camping over 2 nights. So we're just heading up through woodland at minute. As soon as we get out onto exposed hillsides on that, I'll fetch you back and explain a little bit more about what we're doing. Right then, look at this. We're out onto the up hillside, shall we say, and it's absolutely bloody stunning. Look at that. This is this down here is Loch. Is it Loch Tay? Loch Tay, I think. T-A-Y, Loch T-A-Y. And like I said, Lowers is just down there where Lowers Hotel is where we've parked. I was just going to say, I mean, I've been planning this trip for the last sort of week or so, keeping an eye on forecast and that, and it was supposed to be snowing. Last couple of days has been snow forecast. We're supposed to have had some snow today and a little bit into tomorrow. Only like 30-40% showers, but you know, coupled with blue skies and a bit of sun. But if you look, I think that one there is Ben Lowers. You might not make it out on GoPro, but on this eastern ridge it has got a dusting of snow on it. And when I was driving in, I don't know which ones they were, obviously because I'm not familiar with the area, but there were some a bit further on, looked like they were high ones. I mean, this is no small feat. This is over 1200 metres, this one. But there were quite a few more with a dusting of snow on them. So yeah, fingers crossed we might get a few snow showers during night. That'll be nice to wake up to it morning. So the first port of call is we're going up this first Munro here. Again, I'm not gonna try and pronounce them. I'll try and say it. Is it Mial Grebe or something like that? This one. I'll put it on screen. This is over 1,000 metres, this one. So that's the first one at day. And then we're going to make his way around. And I think we're just going to have to play it by ear sort of thing. Because like I was saying, I'll explain a little bit later what's gone off today. But like I say, I'm going to have to play it by ear a little bit today. And because I've got to get watered as well. So I need to factor that in, and we'll just end up finding a decent spot somewhere and pitching up for tonight. So once we get a little bit further on, I'll fetch you back in a short while. Right then, one of the things I had to do with having to sort of reset myself when not doing it from other side, having to come to Lowers. Obviously I got my route plotted out and everything. I was in mindset, I sort of know where I may be camping, looking at water situations and things like that. So what I've had to do is, when I got parked up down here, I sort of had to totally reset my mindset. Had a look at map, looked at what routes I could take up and everything and stuff like that. possible camp spots where we're going to get water from, because it's sort of just changed, and we're not exactly doing this off a, you know, fly sort of thing, but I have sort of got a route in mind. But one of the things I did notice, the route on the map goes straight up there, straight up this sort of valley, and you go up onto the top, and then we'd have to cut back to this meal guard, whichever one it is. But as I'm walking up here, I've noticed this faint path off outside here, and it looks like I can see a path on the hillside up there, straight up to that. Now it's going to be steep, but it's a shorter route up than going right up valley to walk right back to here, to walk all the way back. So the sensible thing for me to do is, like I say, a short steep route, and then we're only sort of going round then, instead of going back and coming back and all that malarkey. So I'll head on off up here, see if we can stick to this path and get straight up onto this first Munro. Oh, I'm just having a minute here. This is steep, this. That's what we've come up. That's where we're going. But I've been looking at map, and that's a false summit. That's not the Munro just there. The Munro's beyond it. That's at 805 metres, and then we'll go again up onto Munro at just over 1,000 metres. So once we get to the top of here, there's still another 200 metres of ascent to climb. Oh. Still, it is what it is. I'll tell you what, that wind's getting up now. I'm just at Skywatcher, just recorded, it's going up to like 56 mile an hour gusting, 20-25 mile an hour, and it's about 5-6 degrees, and in that wind it's dropping to -4 wind chill. I think I might put my gloves on. But this is that false summit, 805 metres, and then that's where we're going. That's just over 1,000 metres, 1,001 Male Grieg. Again, sorry for mispronunciations, but we've got a cracking view looking down over Loch Taylor here now. A beautiful view that. So I'm sort of hoping to get onto the top of here. I might just drop off at Lee side somewhere, get out of this wind, because it's been relentless this. It's getting, higher we get, it's getting stronger. It was forecast, and it is due, forecast, it is due to drop off like, so fingers crossed it does. Right, let's climb up this another 200 metres. This wind's gusting up to 40 mile an hour now. Just took a reading with Skywatch. It's hitting 40 mile an hour gusts. It's quite constant and all. And this is Male Grieg summit. I'll put it on screen. 1,001 metres. Woo. Oh. So this is the first Munro. I'm going to take shelter just on the lee side here somewhere and have a quick look at that and assess from here. So I've just come down off at summit of the quite wild up there. I don't know whether you heard me, but it was hitting 40 mile an hour, it gusted there, and -6 inch wind chill. Now I've just come down off at top of here. Had to get this around my face, it was really bitter on there. But I'm just approaching, heading over to this other Munro now. The Male Garb. Like I say, keep saying pronunciations, I'll get them wrong. But what I'm going to do is, I've had a quick look at map. I've identified a few places where I might be able to get water, and I think sunset tonight is 6:30, and it's approaching 3 o'clock now. So obviously we're in Scotland, there's no wild camping laws up here. It's not against the law. So what I might do is try and find a good water source, and then I might find a nice sheltered spot and then tomorrow we'll be going up this lot. Try and save these sort of big ones at trip for tomorrow and get most of it done tomorrow, and then again find a nice shelter spot for tomorrow night. But we'll see. Like I said, I'll try and find some water first, and I'll fetch you back when I do. Listen to that. We're just in a little bit of a gull here. Totally out at wind. Totally out at wind here. Oh, and that wind up there. So I've had to put this over my face, that wind chill. I don't know if you made all round my nose here, right, so crikey. I was saying earlier on, there's been a bit of snow. I don't know if you can see that on floor there. Where there's water in there, a little bit of water and that, it's all iced up and that. I have, when I was initially looking at forecasting and everything, what it was forecast, I fetched my ice axe, my crampons up lot just in case, but looking at it, it don't look as though it's going to be too bad. So I've left them down at van, but I have got my micro spikes on me. They're stopping me hip belt pocket now all of a winter. But I don't think we're going to get any substantial snow with crampons and ice axe are going to be required on this trip. So I'll keep going a little bit, see, like I said, see if we can find a good source of water, and then try and find a nice camp spot for that night. Right, so the sort of areas where I'd recognised or identified some water, we have got water, but it's not too bad. There's a couple of springs up there that they're not running great. I don't know if you can just see here, must make its way down here. I can collect water from here, but other place that I'd identified, well, this, as you looked at these contour lines coming down, I could see in here as this drop down, and then that goes off up there in bottom here, and I can see just down here there's good water. But if you can see just down here, there's good flowing water down here. So I'm heading down here, I'm going to collect some water, filter some water, and then I'm going to make a decision on where, if I do go up there tonight or this evening, or whether I try and find somewhere sort of maybe around here, maybe a sheltered spot somewhere. I'll check the phone signal and all, see if we've got any internet and phone signal so I can call home. I have got my Zolio shoulder there, I can always message Kerry on that. It uses satellite to message, but it's always nice to have that phone signal in it. Right, I'm going to get some water down here, and I'll come back to you in a minute. I'll see what time it is and see whether I'm going to tackle that today or not. Right, I've decided I'm going to go for it. It's 3:30. I've got a good 3 hours until sunset, but then you've got half an hour, 40 minutes before it looks all light anyway. So what I'm going to try and do is I've just had a quick look at the map, and I might be able to. It looks like there's maybe a bit of a shelf, maybe just under summit, but we'll have a look when we get up there. But yeah, I'm gonna go for it. It's going to be a steep climb. You can see straight up here. You basically follow the fence line straight up side, you know, sort of up straight up summit. But yeah, we're going to go for it. I've got 3 litre of water there. That's a nice source of water. That good clean water. I say it's coming out of them springs just up here. That's all good water. Instantly made bag 3 kilogram heavier like, but hey ho. Right, we'll crack on off up here. This weather's really coming now, and this is it. Summit to the second Monday day. Gale, or however it's pronounced. Put it on screen. 1,123 metres, I think that is. Right, not sure what time it is at minute, but I'm gonna try and find a shelter spot somewhere now, because as you can see, as we're up to, I can't even talk, as we've got up to the top of here, you can see there's snow flurries coming in now, so yeah, try and find a sheltered spot somewhere, get that sheltered up and get in the hard of this lot. Whew. Look at it blowing up here, look at that. Oh. Well, I think I'm gonna make just here home tonight. And look at this, it's starting to clear a little bit now. Oh my word. But that spot there is nice and sheltered out at wind. Look at that, the views are starting to open up. And that lump there is again, I can't pronounce them, and stoic or something. That's the one that's going to pose the most challenging tomorrow morning, because apparently there's a bit of a scramble to go up that. Now we can't handle. Yeah, this is looking really nice at the minute. Yeah, just here I think we're in Trail Star, and I've got my inner, so I'm going to try and get here somewhere. Right, I'm going to get my pack off, I'm going to make a decision. It's 4:10 now, got easily a good 2.5 hours before sunsets. You can see it at the back of me just there, trying to peek through now, stuck there. So I'm going to get shelter pitched up and I'll fetch you back in a bit. Right then, we set up, it is 5:15. So, not that I can see much out there, but there's still another hour and 15 minutes or so before sunset. I'd like to think I can get a bit of a view. I'll take it outside in a minute, but yeah, got set up, got everything in, as you can see behind me. I've got my inner, that fits very nicely indeed, like a glove. Very happy with that. Yeah, I got in here, got out at gear I've walked up in. I've still got my trousers on like that. I got me change the base layers and put me. And I was just going to say, it's calm, it's really calm. I've found a really nice shelter spot here, but now and again there's a gust keeps coming from somewhere and just coinciding. It's not too much. Now I've just done my Skywatch off that thing here, bearing in mind it's been in my pocket, but it is literally about 1 degree, just above one degree. I don't know if you'll see that. So out there in that wind, I bet it's well into minuses, that wind chill. So I am going to get kettle sparked up, get a brew on, get a little bit of something to eat, a snack, and get my main meal a little bit later on. And hopefully, like I say, we'll get some views and a sunset, because we camp literally, I've just looked up map and we're on the 1123 contour line. Is it 1123, I think? Yeah, we're on the 1123 contour line, if you can just see that. This is Mial Garb summit, Northern Munro, 1123 metres, and we are just camped just off at summit on that contour line. So I'm well chuffed with that. Right then, get a brew, I'll take you outside and everything, show you what we can see or what we can't see. Whoa, look at this. So that's where we are. Pitch just there. Looking back of that's looking back up at summit, Miel Garb. Looking down over Loch Tay down here. Look at that for a view. That's An Stoic, or Stoic, hope I'm pronouncing it right. And then we've got Ben Lowers just over there. camera might be shaking a bit because it's absolutely bloody freezing. I've got my Skywatch hung up in there and it's already -1. There's a slight chill out here, slight wind. Goes, it's really calm, and then there's an odd gust keeps coming round. I hope this forecast stays true to what it actually forecasts. With these winds are due to drop off, because if you look just here, look how that wind, look how that cloud's moving. So there's still a bit of wind in there coming up over that col and down into there, and I can hear stags as well bellowing away, because it is rutting season, or October. Yeah, the kettle should be just about brewed now. I'm gonna get that brew poured, get my gloves on because my hands are bloody frozen. I'm gonna take these views in. Just look at that, absolutely amazing. We've got a bit of snow on the ground and all, look. I don't know if you can make it out. It's only a dusting, but it's there. Can we call it winter? We've got snow. Can we call this a winter camp? First in it here. Oh, it's just getting better and better, this. Look at these views clearing now. I thought I'd just noticed just there. Oh, might not have been. Oh, it is. Yeah, can you see that there? There's obviously sun shining. There's shadow at mountain there, but this cloud here, there's a faint broken spectre there just above shadow at mountain where it's sun setting over there. You just about make it out in cloud there, look. I don't know if you can see it on GoPro, but aye. Yeah, this is lovely, this. It is bitterly cold though, bitterly cold. Glad I brought a big jacket. You can hear that wind. I've just been back up to the summit there, and like I was saying earlier, you could see, and obviously you can see it looking over to Ben Lowers there. You can see how that wind's blowing that cloud about. You can hear it in valley down here whistling, and what's bit that's coming up over the top here, there's a bit of gust coming round here now and again, and then it's splitting it. There's a bit coming round here and a bit coming round here, and it's nice and still where it's sheltered is just there, but then now and again there's quite a strong gust. It's not too bad like, but like I say, the forecast is supposed to, that wind's dropping off throughout night and tomorrow. Worst it winds were definitely today. So aye. Right, I think I'm gonna get a few more pictures. And take the rest of these views in. Watch that sunset go down. See all. I don't know if you'll be able to see it if I stand in front of the sun. All silhouettes at mountains here beyond. It's just everywhere you look up here, it's just mountain after mountain after mountain. Absolutely beautiful. Right then, well, it is now, I bet it's gone 8 o'clock. I can see it. Oh, it's only 10 to 8 it is. I've been tucked up in here for last hour or so. Changed out of my bottoms and that, got me sleeping bottoms on and my socks and my hot socks, because it is absolutely Baltic out there. Out inside it, trail stars covered in frost now, and it's about, last time I checked it was -3.2, so it is cold, very cold. This wind seems to have got up a little bit just round here as well. Goes like I was saying earlier on, it goes calm. Then all of a sudden there's some winds gusting round and just bowing this side in here, just at this side, but not to worry about. It's all pegged in nice and tight, nice and drum tight. So I've had another brew. I've just been chilling out for the last hour or so, catching up on a bit of social media, And what I'm going to do now is get some tea on go, get something to eat, get a hot chocolate I think, and then I'll probably be eating pillar I think, because I need to get a good neat skip tomorrow, because I've just been looking at map as well, and we've got some ascent and descent to do tomorrow, and hopefully this, I've been checking forecast and all, the winds have changed slightly overnight, got up a little bit overnight, but then they're supposed to drop off through sort of tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. Some snow showers due through night and through to tomorrow, pretty much like what it's been today with sunny spells and stuff like that, so hopefully we should be on for another nice day tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to get that kettle fired up again, I'm going to get something to eat because I'm ready for something, I'm absolutely starving. Then I've just stuck the kettle on and it's just gone 9:10. I've just been outside to take a leak, and I'm going to get myself a nice hot chocolate on go. A couple of bars of chocolate before I go to bed. So while that kettle's boiling, well, like I was saying earlier, tell you a bit about what happened with parking. That so obviously, like I was saying, when I'm coming to new areas, I do my research and look for parking and plot my routes out for times and this and other, and I'd identified a parking area on north of this sort of mountain range. I think they call it, I'm sure it's Invervar. So there's a couple of parking places up down there, but then obviously, like I say, I've done my bits of research on that, and I got talking to Murray, Scotland's Mountains, and he said to park down at Lowers Hotel, which is where I've parked, but I wanted to, because of how I wanted to do this route and make it an horseshoe walk, I looked at that option first. So as I got here today, goes up road, it's all blocked off. There's great diggers in road and great piles of rubble and stuff and wagons and everything, and I thought, oh, right, so I'm not getting down there. So I thought to myself, right, I'm going to turn around now. I thought I'll take Murray's option, or tip of going and parking at Lowers Hotel. So I drives back down the road about another 10-15 minutes or so, gets to hotel, parks in there, sees owner, £20 overnight. It's you can park there over day through day, £5 through day for hikers, and you can leave your car or your van there overnight, and it's £10 per night. So I popped him £20 in box, just like a bit of an honesty box just outside. Got talking to owner and that. Very, like I said, like I was saying earlier, she was very kind, let me use toilet even though the hotel was shut. So yeah, as I was saying, I sort of had to get me sending a sort of reset me mindset of how I was doing route. Because obviously, like I say, if I were doing it from north, I was coming up and doing a full circular. So how I'm gonna have to do this is, obviously I've come up and done these two. Tomorrow morning we're gonna go over Anstoik, if I pronounce that right. Go over onto Ben Lowers, and then there's another, what we're on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another 3 Munros over at back of Ben Lowers. So I'm going to sort of drop down, follow that ridge round. I think we only lose about maybe 100-150 metres in elevation, so it shouldn't be too bad. So that's tomorrow's plan. So go round, do them, come back, and hopefully, if this weather forecast's right, I want to try and camp on Ben Lowers tomorrow, if it's not too windy and if I can get on there, or somewhere around that area. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that comes off. And then obviously then on Monday, because it's Saturday today, it's Sunday tomorrow, on Monday morning when I get up, I ain't got that far to walk down off of Ben Lowers, back down into Lowers, back down to hotel, and I can sort of get off quite early then, because it was quite a drive up here. I set off at 4 o'clock this morning, and I come up A1 at A66, ain't dark, Well, bit in a blur that, I was just like, it was just, all of a sudden I was at Penrith and I was like, wow, it's last 2 hours gone. So obviously it was M6, came up M6 on A74 and I started feeling tired. So I pulled into one at services, I don't know what time it was. I just got my pillar out, because I've got a few bits in back at van now, just in case I need to pull up anywhere and go to sleep. So I just got my head down. Before I knew it, I'd been asleep an hour and a half. So I look at it at that services, there were a Starbucks, so I went and got myself a coffee and a sausage butty, and then it was really nice. The rest of A74, A9, I think, is it A9? Sure it's A9, up to here anyway. It was nice driving, nice sunny day, really nice blue skies. As I'm coming up, I'm thinking to myself, it's supposed to be snowing up here today. But anyway, that's nearly boiling now, the steam coming out at the top, and it's all, like I say, I'm going to get myself a hot chocolate, get that chocolate, and there's not going to be much happening now tonight. Like I say, it's once I've had that, I'll be getting my head down and getting a good keep, because I am tired. So that's about it for tonight. I shall fetch you back in the morning. Good night, and I'll see you then. Oh, good morning. It's 5 to 8. I've had a 8 keep there. I tell you what, it is bloody freezing. I need to get out and take a leak. I don't want to get out of this bag. It's snug and warm in here. As soon as I unzipped this down this morning, released all baffles around my neck and everything, I could feel cold air coming in. It looks as though it's covered in frost. Looks as though it's thick with ice outside. It's, you can hear, I don't know if that's snow or what, but it's looks as though there's a fair dusting up to grass outside. It's white over. I don't know whether it's frost or snow, but I need to get out and take a leak because I'm absolutely busted. It's that's woke me up, needing a wee. Otherwise I'd have probably slept in a little bit longer, but yeah, get out, take a leak, get back in here, get this kettle banged on, get a nice warm brew. This is what it looks like out here this morning. Can see shelter's got a fair bit of ice on it. Looks like we've had a dusting of snow and then it's iced up. So I tell you what, it is bloody cold out here this morning. Well, I was just taking a leak here. I can hear stags roaring down in here, bellowing. So they're out early doing the thing. Right, I'm going to dive back in here because my hand's bloody freezing. Oh, right then. Back in warmth in my bag. Oh, it is bitter out there. I've just stuck kettle on. Not fully iced up, but some big lumps of ice in there. Get some breakfast on. Water were iced up. There were about an inch or so of water in the bottom of the kettle. That were all iced up, so poured some more water in on top of that, so that's melted. Got an expedition breakfast this morning. I need that. Yeah, get that kettle boiled. Nice warm brew. Breakfast. And then I'm going to check forecast and all in a bit, see what it's got in store for that day. And then once I've had all that, I'll have a look at making a start and packing up and start getting on with the rest of today's route. Right, let's get this kettle boiled and a brew. Oh, that's lovely. So I've just had my breakfast, halfway through that brew. It's 10 to 9 now, or nearly 5 to 9. It's still not looking any better out there, and I've just checked on forecast,
and for most of today, bear in mind this is for like Ben Lowers, which is like over 1200 metres, which we'd have been able to see how it do here if I could see something. But yeah, I've looked at forecast for that, and pretty much all day it's going to be in mist. It's supposed to be snowing now, so whether it's snowing up there I don't know. But poor views, poor visibility for most of the day. Like snow showers in and out from 40 to 60% through the day. Winds drop off sort of from 4 o'clock down to, like I was saying yesterday, that's sort of stayed alright. I mean, initial forecast we're supposed to be getting some clear sunny skies and that today, a bit of sun, but that's changed. At least winds due to drop off a little bit later on from 4ish down to sort of mid-20 gusts, late mid-teens winds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a bit more time here. There's no rush to get off. Probably have another brew and start packing up, get off. We'll get over, do them other Munros over the other side, because we've got some miles to cover today. This whole, mind you, I'm saying that, this whole route, the original, hear that gust then? Because it's weird, it's like, it's all calm and then these big gusts come round and get sheltered, a right rattle. So the original horseshoe route that I plotted out from Invervar over that side was sort of like 18 mile. But because I'm doing this on fly sort of thing, I've not sort of looked at what the mileage is. I think we've done about 7 miles, I think it was like between 6 and 7 mile to here from Lowers. Then of course we've got to go down into the bottom here, up and streak onto Ben Lowers, then another couple of Munros at the other side, because it's so you've got to walk out to them other Munros to then come back to Ben Lowers. So like I say, it looks like it's going to be quite a big day. So, and we'll have to see what the conditions are like and everything. I'd like to get these done while I'm up here. I'm gonna make a concerted effort to get them done, and then we'll get back over to Ben Lowers, see what time it is, and try and find a pitch with some views. Might have to sort of drop down out at mist or something like that to a lower level, I don't know. We'll have to see when we get back over that way. So yeah, that's for now. I'm gonna chill out in here for maybe another, I don't know, I might do another hour or something, get another brew, and we'll start packing up, make a move, and I'll come back to you in a bit.
Right then, look at this. It's cleared. Still a bit of cloud hanging about over towards Ben Lowers. But that top of Ben Lowers looks really white over. It's obviously going to be, like I said earlier, it looks like there's been a bit of snow overnight and then it's frozen over like, but yeah, that's looking, when cloud clears off of that, it's looking really nice. So I'm hoping it stays like this for the rest of the day, even though, again, as we were talking about earlier on with forecast, but as I was saying, that forecast was for Ben Lowers, and obviously you can see it's still got a cap of cloud on it there. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, we'll have to see how the day goes and see what crack is. So yeah, it's 10 o'clock now, so I'm going to start getting packed up and we'll make a move. Beautiful, look at this. Right then, we're all packed up, bag up back, ready to go. Just having a little look about, make sure I've left no, the owner of the school as always, leave no trace, other than the shape of a diamond in a bit of ice that's I've wiped off it, but that'll melt. So yeah, good to go. It's about 11 o'clock now, I think. Had a really lazy morning there. So yeah, that is the first obstacle of today, and Stuik, if that's how you pronounce it. there's a bit of a scramble to get up that. Now with me having an heavy pack on, when I set off it weighed about 16 kilogram this pack I think. It's a little bit lighter now, obviously I carried 3 litre of water in and also that took it up quite a bit when I was coming up yesterday, but I've used most of that water. I think I've got about a litre left. But what we'll have to do when we get to there, we'll have a look at that. We have a heavy pack on, and if I'm not really fancying it because it's quite icy as well, although I have just seen a couple come down past this morning, I've just seen them up on top about 5-10 minutes ago, so they've got up it alright. We'll have to have a look, see if we can go around it, but we'll have a look at that. I fancy it scramble, but we'll see what it's like when we get there. Right then, let's crack on. Well, as we come down off at the top of there, got out to that sheltered spot where I've been. That wind didn't get up. Obviously it's been there all the time, but I was, like I say, quite sheltered there. And look at these views. I'm not sure what the big ones are in distance, but quite a few of them big ones right on the horizon there have got quite a lot of snow on them. And looking at, you can see just right corner Ben Lowers has got quite a bit of snow on it. It's not deep, like it's only like a fine dusting, but it's white over. So we're just coming up to the bottom of Anstuik and looking at it, it don't look as bad as what it looked from up there. Sometimes these scrambles, when you're looking at them from another summit, they can look quite steep, quite daunting, but once you sort of get to the bottom of them, look up, you can see it's not quite as steep as when it looked from a distance. But that don't mean to say I shan't be taking care on it. Like I always say, take your time, make sure your footholds, your handholds, 3 points of contact at all times, and we'll take it nice and steady. And hopefully as we get further up this wind that's coming round this way, as we're making climb, we might be out of wind, so fingers crossed. So we'll crack on now, start making this climb. Oh my word. Now we're out of that wind. I was hoping we were going to be out of wind making this climb. And the thing is with that, I'm warming up now. Oh, I'm just taking a minute here before we carry on. That make it out, but we're going straight up through the middle of that. So actually, when I say a good path, I don't know if you can see it, it's a bit of a zigzag path, but it is loose. It's like loose stone and stuff like that, but it's not bad, it's pretty good going. I think there's a, when I was looking at it from over there, because that's where we've come from, that's where we were camping last night, a bit further up looks like there's a bit of maybe rock to climb, but like I said, we'll see when we get up there. So far it's not as bad as what I thought it might be. So I'm just going to take 2 minutes here, catch my breath, just cool down a little bit before we make on with this next bit. What a view though that is, look at that. Right, so I think I've got, the wispy hard that way, if you can see just down there. Like I was saying, some not tough, but enough to keep you on your toes. And because it's wet and slippery as well, like I say, I was just making sure every grab hold, every hand hold, every foot hold, and it weren't too bad really. So I don't know, I think we're not far off at top. I think that's top just behind me, but I'm not sure. It might be a false crest, but we'll keep going, we'll see. Look at them views though. Brilliant. Oh, that's it, we're at the top. Back into wind. Summit cairns just over here. There's a bit more of a dusting snow on top of here. Although I think most of it will probably be ice. Looks like it snowed a little bit, the dusting and the nice over. We'll just make us way to Summit Cairn just here. So this is Anstuik, It's spelled S-T-U-C, but it's got a little apostrophe above the U, I think. So I think it's pronounced Stoik, and it's 1,117 metres. And the summit cairn is just here. Whew. Third Monroe trip. Oh. Right then, I'm going to drop off the other side of here now, and then that's his next destination up there. Highest one at trip, Ben Lowers, and that's over 1,200 metres. That somewhere about 1240 somewhere around there, I think. Let's get going. Right then, that's on Stoik. Come down off of there, that's where we've come down from. And now, can't see it from here now, but there's this first summit to get over, and then up onto Ben Lowers. It's going to be a fair old yomp, this one. Just keep your head down, steady away, keep putting one foot in front of the other. And it looks very much like winter up on top of there. This is hard going, this. Look at this now. Oh, look at this for a. This would make a cracking picture, wouldn't it? This here. Look at that. Ben Lowers, that's where we're going. Got a good view where we've come from now. Oh, it's windy. Woo. Just keep going. Oh, I'm just having a minute. Still a way to go at the top yet. That's not the top there. It goes beyond that. That's a little false summit, that. But yeah, it has had a fair dusting of snow up here, but it's icy as well, so it's really slippy. Even rocks are slippy, they've got ice on them and that. So just steady as I go, keep putting one foot in front of the other. It's a fair old pull, is this. I'm just sat here taking these views in. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know, that's that range over there. I don't know if you can make it out on GoPro. Whatever that mountain range over there. If anybody's watching that knows Scotland, Murray or somebody like that, Robin, if you're watching. What's that lot over there that's white over? That looks like it's had some proper snow on it. I don't know, is it Cairngorm? No, it can't be Cairngorm. I don't know. It's white over, it's got snow on it anyway, but it's a beautiful view across that way. I've actually got, contradicting what forecast was saying, it's I mean winds are probably about right, probably gusting 30-35 mile an hour, and I'm walking straight into it, or it's coming straight across me, so it is making it hard going, but like I said, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, trying to keep my balance. Probably had to tap balls out really, but anyhow. But yeah, contradictory to what the forecast had we've got good views. I mean, Ben Lowers summit was supposed to be mist all day, and by now we should have had snow showers as well. So I'm sort of hoping, fingers crossed, that later on, wherever we get pitched up, we get a good night again and another good sunset, and that would be fantastic, that. Right, I'm going to have 2 minutes here, crack on off up the rest of this. Ben Lowers summit, 1,214 metres, and it's as windy as hell. Find a shelter little spot somewhere for 5 minutes. side of Ben Lowers here. It's absolutely relentless. Must be hitting easily 40 mile an hour. Coming down this side, got a good stone staircase and we're coming down, so thankful for that. Glad we're not coming down rocky stuff and scree stuff. We'll get down into the bottom here. I think I might be collecting water down here because there's two sort of holes. We'll see when we get down here. Right, so we're sort of down off the Ben Lowers summit. And this next Munro, being glass, again I'll put it on screen, no good with pronunciations, is another, obviously another Munro. But it's 1:15 now, so I've just sat here for 5 minutes, had a quick look at map, so I'm going to go up on Ben Glass, but I've found a water source here, so I'm going to get my water here and then head up on there because I can't see where there's any more water. And I'm going to sacrifice the other two Munros which are over that way. I'm just not going to get time to do them today. This wind has just been relentless, it's made it hard going. Getting knocked about quite a bit. Like I was saying with the forecast, it is supposed to drop off from about 4ish, so hopefully it does. So what I'm going to do is get water here, go up onto this next Munro, maybe have a look round there, see if I can find a sheltered spot off there. But if not, we'll start dropping off, maybe down to a bit lower ground, find a sheltered spot for night, and then tomorrow morning, Monday morning, make my way back down into Lowers, back to hotel, back to the van. Shouldn't be too far of a walk that then. Yeah, like I say, I was sort of, as time's been pushing on, thought to myself there's no way I'm going to get these other two done. If I'd have been doing my original plan, obviously I'd have had to do them, but I'd have been pushing on a little bit further today and then maybe crossing over at Laston tomorrow before dropping back down back into Invervar with her. I'd have been parked initially, but obviously, you know, as I said last night, the plot thickened and it all changed. So yeah, when I get water here, we'll get up on there and reassess when we get up onto the top of that one. I found a nice little run in. So actually coming out of the spring, probably somewhere just up here. It's just running, it's nice fresh clean water that. So I've got myself 3 litres of water again. Time to get up onto this Ben Glass summit, see what it's like up here, see what time it is, and then we'll have a look at finding another pitch for night. So like I was saying, I ain't going over to them other two today now, not at this time, not with this wind. Oh. So this is Ben Glass summit, 1080 metres. We've just dropped off at wind here, but I bet it's windy just here. Only a small little car. Get back down here, hard at wind. Oh. That's amazing how just here on path. Just there, windy as hell. Just here, we're hard at wind. Right then. Yeah, no, them other two Munros is this one here. I'll put names on screens because I can't remember them. So it's this one here, but we're losing about 200 metres in elevation, then we've got to climb up that. There's a bit of a scramble halfway up, and then that one over there. Obviously if we'd have been doing horseshoe from Invervar, you know, I probably would have, well I would have been doing, I'd have been going over there somewhere tonight and finding somewhere to pitch along that ridge tonight, but yeah, because we're down this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off down here somewhere, and as I was walking along here I spotted because it's, I think it's about 2 o'clock now, I'm going to have a look at this just here. If not, it's too windy on there. There's a lovely little spot just down there as well. Not going to get much of any sunset light, but again it'll all depend on how windy it is just down here, because I'm hoping that weather forecast rate and these winds do drop off from sort of 4 o'clock. I've just as I first got here, I just took a reading there with sky watching. It was constant 40 mile an hour winds, like 43, and then a big gust coming, it went up to 59 mile an hour. So it's quite windy up here today, a lot gustier than what forecasters got it. But yeah, like I say, we'll have a little wander down here and see if we can find a spot for night, a sheltered spot. Well, I sort of thought I found myself a cracking little spot here. That's where I've just come down from, off at summit of Bain Glass. I've made my way down here. From up there I could see this down here, and it's perfect, but it's not quite as windy. Look at that there, but you'll not hear it. It's like, it's really mossy and soggy, straight wet down here, and it's absolutely wet through under my foot. I'm gutted. I'm just gonna have a look at this little spot just here. If not, looks like I'm gonna have to start making my way down a little bit lower. I've still got plenty of time. It's only 2:30, so not really in any rush to get pitched up just as yet. I've got plenty of time. So in fact, if like I keep saying, if that forecast rate and these winds start to drop off, maybe I can find a spot that's maybe a little bit more exposed. But like I say, if these winds drop off a bit, it should be all right. It's not too bad here. It's just a shame that it's wet through down. Camping on that when it's not pitching on that when it's wet through underneath. Hey, we'll have a little look over here. Assess from that. I'm fighting a bit of a losing battle here at the minute. All this hillside, I've come down just off of here. I find all these nice little flat shelves and that, and the ground's just absolutely saturated. Such a shame. There's some cracking little flat spots up here, some shelves, you know, with this view. Looking back up to Ben Lowers, and you know, it's idyllic, but that wind's whipping round in all directions as well. It drops calm and then you get a gust whipping round. So what I'm going to do is, I've made a decision. I'm going to keep Lowers as just, obviously this is Ben Lowers. Lowers is sort of right corner, just round there. I'm going to keep making my way down into the bottom here, and there's a bit of a stream just down here. And I've had a quick look on the map, and there's some shearings up here, like old sheep foals and stuff like that, what we call them back down at one, the shearings up here. So I'm gonna I'm gonna keep walking down here. Like I say, it's only just gonna 2:30, I've plenty of time. And again, see if I can find somewhere for tonight. I ain't going back to the van. I ain't going back to the van. Famous last words. Right, I'll keep going. No chance! Bloody hell! That was just absolutely insane up there. Oh no, that's looking back up at where I stopped last night. That's Stoik. And when I was up there, I was looking across to this sort of shoulder, thinking it'd be, I came back over Ben Lowers and came back across there and camped on there. So what I've done is, I sort of, as I dropped off Bain Glass, I sort of traversed back round Ben Lowers on the hillside, went up to that spot up there, no chance. You've got 55, 60 mile an hour winds up there, and I think it were hitting nearly 70 mile an hour at higher gusts. That's the now, no chance. So what I'm doing is, I'm heading lower down, and I know I said I might not end up at, I'm not going to end up at Van, but there's a strong possibility now. It's nearly 4 o'clock, sunset's not well, it's 20 past 8 past 6, but this wind's just not letting up. I'm not, there's no point in me trying to stop up there in this, it's just going to be an uncomfortable night, and I'm done with that wind. I've had a belly full of wind today, I've had enough on it. So, what I'll do is, as I say, I'm going to make my way down. If I end up back at Van, I'll keep it Van tonight. I'll say I've got a mattress in there, build a sleeping bag and that, and I'll see you there. Or other option is, if I do find somewhere that's sheltered, I'll fetch you back there. So it'll be either at a sheltered spot or back at Van. Here's what it is, I ain't stopping up here. Well, I honestly can't believe the difference down here. We've come back down. That's Ben Lowers just there. Follow the bridge down. Dropped into where the, or just sort of further down. Across a moor, and then onto the path that comes down here. Obviously that's the path I took up yesterday, I took that one. And we're just following it path back down. Kept my eye out for any potential spots, but they were just not presenting itself. And again, you know, just further I got down, I just started to get into mindset. I just thought to myself, you know what, I'm just heading down. I'm just heading down, and I'm going to spend the night in Van. Whether I stay parked up at hotel or not, I don't know. Or I might have a quick look up map or see if I can see anywhere where there might be anywhere sort of to travel to and park up for night. I don't know, I'll have a look. But yeah, I can't believe the difference down here. It's just crazy. I'm gutted I've had to come down, like, but as I've said many a time, nowadays I'm in it for joy and comfort. I'm not stopping up there in 50 and 60 mile an hour winds and shelter bowing in, and you know, listening to wind all night, not getting any sleep, and then having to come all the way back down here anyway tomorrow morning. Yeah. Put it Van, set me gear up in the relative comfort for night, and then I can get an early dash in morning, drive back home. So yeah, I'll fetch you back a little bit later on when I've got sorted at Van and we decide what we're doing.
Right then, good morning. As you can see, I'm just sat in Van, and it's about 14 hours on from when I got back to Van last night. We're no longer in Scotland, and I'm in a little pull up somewhere just off A66 near Stainmoor. I'll explain. So I just had jet bile on, I remember seeing a brew by the way. So we got down off at hill last night, back to Lowers Hotel. I got into Van, I got changed, had a little bit of a clean up, and I sat for 5 or 10 minutes pondering what I was going to do, what I was going to get in Van and go to sleep there. But I was hungry, so what I did, I thought to myself, right, I'm going to go and get myself something to eat. So I goes into the hotel, we're still open, they're still serving food. So I had myself a lovely double burger and chips, which were absolutely beautiful, and a drink, nice pint of Thistley Cross. Sat next to a lovely warm fire. And then after I'd had that, I come out, I was feeling quite alright, so I thought to myself, by this time it was about 6 o'clock or something like that. Obviously it was starting to get dark. I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to start making drive home. So I sets off, driving home, pulled over for him on at services, I can't remember which one it was, on to M9 somewhere like that, A9, M9, I think it was M9. So I pulls into the services there, got myself a brew, a little bit of something to eat. So obviously this was about 3 hours in, and it's like nearly a 6-hour drive home. Carried on driving down, gets onto A66 at Penrith, and as I'm coming on that A66, obviously again it's dark, starting to feel tired, so I pulled into Staymore Services, which is like I said, like literally 10 minutes over there. And there's a, thanks again Murray for this tip, there's an app called Park for the Night, what you can go on, and it shows you like little pull-ups in different areas and stuff like that, where you can just come and park up for the night, and with van or whatever, camper vans and stuff like that. So while I was sat in there, I could have stayed in Staymore Services, but A66 is running past there and it's quite noisy and busy. So I thought I'll find myself in this little spot, so come off down this little country road, 10 minutes, pull into this lovely little spot here. I'll show you where we are. So I pulled into this light, I think it's like a little old quarry or something, just off its side of the road. Staymore, A66 and Staymore is just about 10 minutes that way, and we're just looking back into the lakes over there. In fact I can just see Blencathra and Dodd in front in it. But yeah, this is we're on a lovely quiet little country road here. Woke up about half an hour ago. Sun's just rising over there, and that's all my crap's just in there, look. That's where I slept, on my mattress with my other sleeping bag, just in there. And I've had about easily a good 7 hours keep there. It's been a good night in van. Yeah. So then, that's the story. I've got about another maybe hour and a half travel home. So then, summary of the Scotland trip. I went looking for winter. Did I find it? Well, we got a dust in the snow. We got freezing temperatures down to -4. Really good conditions. What I like, apart from wind. That first night, just off of Mial Garb, found a really nice spot. Out at wind, pretty calm night, but then that second day, well the first day the walking were quite windy, but that second day just going up onto Anstoik and Ben Lowers and all resting it was just, by the end of the day I'd had my belly full of wind, and you know 50-60 mile an hour winds with gusts sitting nearly 70 mile an hour. I couldn't find a suitable spot. So the further I kept heading down, I just got into that mindset. As I got further down, I just thought to myself, you know what, I'm just going straight back down to the van. But as I said, I went looking for winter. Did I find winter? Yeah, I did. Only an into winter, especially by Scotland's standards, but I'll take that as my first winter camp. We had a bit of snow and frost on ground, but like I say, I made a safety call. It was a sensible thing to do. The safe thing to do, to come down off the hill, come back to the van. So with that, I'm going to wrap this video up for this one. A bit of an unconventional ending to this one, but hey ho. So as always, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, just like what I did yesterday. Made a safety call, and I'll catch you up next. And I'm going to enjoy this brew and that view. Brew with a view. Catch you next time.